Fire escape engineers inspector summary video. Inspector Manassas here. And here we are in Pittsburgh. We're looking at this fire escape here. And I'm going to give some comments. First of all, I estimate this fire escape to be 25 to 35 years old. A combination of bolted construction and all welded construction. So in dealing with the fact that it's 25 to 35 years old, I don't believe this fire escape is going to have a lead base. But we do need from the owner a licensed lead inspection document that states whether this has no lead or low lead, because that'll affect whether or not the contractor must have his renovator's license to touch this fire escape as per EPA guidelines associated with fire escapes that have lead on them. Second thing that we're going to be dealing with on this fire escape is going to be satisfying the three codes: the International Fire Code, the International Building Code, and the NFPA Life Safety Code. And that states the authority having jurisdiction shall accept by load test or other evidence of strength a certification of this fire escape. So let me explain what that means. If it's a load test they want, basically once I verify that there is no internal rust in any of these connections, welded or bolted, we can proceed immediately to a load test. And that is including the verification of these connections back into the building. And the load test is exactly what this is. If this is a 5x4 platform, they want 5 times 4 is 20, 20 times 100 is 2,000 pounds of sand, water, or I can pull a cable from down below and load test all these platforms, laterally load test all these rails, load test every one of these treads, all because I found a fire escape in fair to good condition, but they want a guarantee. It's in fair to good condition, but all these bolts are 25 to 35 years old already. So the only way to verify and guarantee to the official something he can put on his jacket is to load test it. There is the or other evidence of strength, and the other evidence of strength is what I'm going to be talking about, and it applies to all the floors. What they're looking for other evidence of strength on this connection. This is a welded connection. If it's deemed to be in good condition, which I say it is, as soon as you pop a bolt in it and you seal it with silicone, the bolt now is the primary, the weld stays, and it's the secondary. Same thing applies here, same thing applies there. All the posting gets rebolted. That's the major connections. These are minors. All you need to do is to verify the minor welded connection, but you still need to seal them because water will get in there and pop these welds in the future. So all these minor connections, seal them up. But they do not need a bolt. But this welded connection, this post needs a bolt, that bolt over there, because all these welded connections can only be x-rayed or load tested for the guarantee back to the official. My other problem I have in this entire structure is every through bolt, which is probably a 7/8 right now, 3/4 of them, they blew out a bunch of bricks and they never sealed it. So every one of these is suspect. So I'm not going to remove these and I'm not going to verify these. What I need to do is basically create another through bolt connection 8 to 12 inches away, bolt it, plate it in the back, and I'm going to throw an angle clamp back here and mechanically fasten and marry these two. I'll be at 200%. That'll avoid the load test. All this grading, on average the maximum span is about 52. I think we're a little bit beyond that. But the average is 48. We're exceeding. We need an angle in the middle of this. And that's to take away some of the sponginess of this grading. Every welded connection on this support, I need them bolted to avoid having to x-ray or load test them. Actually, speaking about this one down here, I'm not happy with this angle and this C-channel. This is the only one that happens. We do need some sort of bracket back just to give it a little bit more of a stability on this L, because a lot of times this one is easy. You can just do a reverse cantilever brace on this corner, but this corner we need to identify something with a long angle back down to something. But otherwise, the only other option we have here is to reverse cantilever, put a support here, And right above here, we created a little triangle that picks up this nose. There's a lot of weight here on this nose, and this is a little weak. This cantilevered system is going to get modified. We're no longer going to use that cabling system. That's all going to go away. And this is going to be a traditional cantilevered system. We're going to go 5 to 10 steps down, go to the right to that wall on a pivot, and then the weight box is actually going to be on the back side of this, so that when it drops 2 to 3 feet per second, it's going to be a rear weighted cantilevered system, not one with a nose. This whole nose thing is pretty bad. This whole system here needs to be verified for the load testing, and look, it's all very bad. So it's going to cost you more to repair this system here, this roof, than just to get rid of it, and nobody's going to use it for anything. So this should include a demolition of this entire system as part of this price, or as an add-on price, but this whole thing's got to go away. And then when you go down, you can't park any cars down there ever again underneath it, but with that door closing over there, we're going to be able to go straight down with the cantilever is in a down position, hit the ground, and it's going to eat up about 3 feet from the wall total when all is said and done. But the weight will be on the back. There'll be a release system at the very top, so that when you push it and you release it, it drops the cantilever 2 to 3 feet per second, hits the ground and stays down. And this release mechanism that is here is actually going to act as a security lock, so that nobody can pull the thing down and break into the building. All right, going back up now. Every one of these connections, bolt. Every ties into the decking, bolt. Every anything that's a welded connection needs a bolt. Bolt. It's welded here. As soon as you put a bolt, no need to X-ray or load test. I need a railing system here, and then going all the way to the top, just a single line, and then coming from here down, just a single line. But you need to stop people from falling into or anything occurring with this window. We need to have a line there. Bolts are fine, but we need to avoid X-raying. As soon as you pop a bolt through here, we're good. Standard construction in all frames is 2x2, which is the top one, but the guy used 1.5 inch angle. Every single one of these, I need to sister it with another 1.5 inch, and then all bolts. I need a bolt there, bolt there, bolt there, bolt there, a bolt there, and that will basically eliminate the need for me to have to verify this. It's all welded, so as soon as I put a bolt here, again, once you bolt it, seal everything so that water doesn't continue to deteriorate the connections. The Coca-Cola rule, I need a piece of flat going all the way across, so that you can't roll a Coke can underneath it and drop it down below on people. This just repeats itself all the way up. Same thing that I just talked about here. So this platform needs a middle brace, everything bolted, everything. If it's a major structural, I need a bolt so I don't have to X-ray or load test the weld. Every one of these treads, I can load test and to verify the old bolts every 5 years, or I can change out every bolt on these treads, and basically the load cycle now becomes every 25 years, or as deemed necessary by the authority having jurisdiction. That's all going to go away, and that's all going to go away. And the new platform is going to go in that area right there without a problem. The stairs are a perfect match, so they'll come down and go there, and they'll feed into this thing without a problem. Easily done. Again, no cabling system. This is one of the obstacles that we would have to move to the end of the building and create some sort of crazy contraption that is not going to function properly at all times. Nothing. It's very problematic, this type of nose-weighted cantilevered systems. Okay, it does need, all the rust needs to be painted, so you're at 50% of this fire escape has got rust. It's not 75, so technically you can get away with a spot paint job, but I would just give it a brand new paint job. A lot of times when you're refurbishing a fire escape and you don't give it a full paint job, the authority having jurisdiction is not confident that you've done everything. But and again, every one of these is suspect because they left a hole open and water's been getting in there, and these through bolts need to be verified. So I literally have to take this whole thing apart and verify it. Otherwise, if I go about 12 inches over to the other side, make a new connection plate here, keep this one, seal it all up, seal that one up because I'm putting one next to it, then we're at 200% and there's no need for a load test. We're going to have to cover a lot of these holes, just simple trappings. A foot can get jammed in there. Going down, I do need a rail on the right side, and then especially by the window, I need a rail system blocking my ability to fall into it. So that could be done with 3 lines, 4 lines, going by there. But up here, I only need really a single line, and down at the bottom, only a single line. So keep it nice and tight. And pre-existing structure, I have, well constructed. And a lot of times, the only thing left on these is on these welded connections. I got a bolt there, I got to put a bolt there. So all these treads, because they're all welded from underneath, so that this thing never loosens, I need a 3/8, 3/8, 3/8, 3/8, 3/8, 3/8 on all the treads. And again, that avoids the load test. Welds avoid x-raying. So the authority having jurisdiction shall accept by load test or other evidence of strength. Our choice here to get this thing into a 25-year cycle is to reinforce all the welded connections, reinforce the supports, new tiebacks into the building, and basically by doing that, we're avoiding the load test, which, as you know, does not buy any paint, does not change any bolts, and it has to be done every 5 years, the load test. Any questions? Farscape Engineer Meneses here. Give me a call, 866-649-0333, 866-649-0333.